Hey everybody, this is Adawa from My Gaming Addiction, and I want to talk to you today about door push builds and give you some examples of how the old door push trick is actually still very useful in building 4.0. So I don't know if it was me that came up with this. It's very similar perhaps to what I've seen Zipic or Adder show. And of course, we're all inspired by Prince Vids and his friend with the original door push trick. But right here, basically I'm going to show you how to do this, what the main ingredients are. But you can see you can really separate your loot with having an armored core that separates the sides of your base, right? So right here, for example, we've got a basement, and you can only access this from the second floor. And if you look over here, we can hide our, TC right there if we wanted to. But the entire base is so easy to move through. Like you notice I'm not struggling while I'm talking to you to move around the base. It's very easy. Even in the middle of a raid, when you don't have time to grab a hammer and some wood, you can move around and get what you need. Now, one thing that you might want to consider is what can a raider see? So for example, right here, we came downstairs and I can see all the way, if I just no clip, I can see all the way through this door, all the way over to this area right here, right? So if you want to kind of like conceal things a little bit better, you might want to switch the view around so that they can't see there, right? And they would have to break their way in order to see all the way. It's got a lot of potential, and I really like a couple features on this base, which, maybe I'll talk about just for a moment, even though it doesn't have anything to do with door push builds. So something that I came up with, which is, hey, maybe someone else came up with it also at the same time, but, I discovered it myself, which is using what are these things called? What are they called? A ramp. Using a ramp to block access for anyone to come in through a door or through a window. But in fact, if you upgrade this thing to armored, you can actually push yourself through. This is actually related to door push because it's literally a door push trick. You can actually exit through these things and have another one on a different side or whatever to get in. So that's kind of interesting. And then you probably have seen this as well before on some of my videos. Prince Vids actually did a feature of it, which was a super big highlight for me last year. But basically right here you have these shotgun traps, and the shotgun traps kill anybody who's coming in because they're looking over here, or even if they already know about it. As long as they don't have F1 grenades, they're not actually able to ruin it. So this trap is something that I called a unlimited sort of like I can't remember what I called it, guys. I can't remember, but it resets all by itself, right? And what happens is when the person dies, their body actually falls down here and just waits there for you to collect it, and only you have access to that. So so anyway, I like to include these types of things in my bases because the entrance looks so like inviting and welcoming for people, and then you end up getting a bunch of free loot because their body just falls down there. So let's also just pay attention to at the top here, we've got a nice airlock, and we have turrets which are blocking people from easily coming in through here, or even if they come down through here, they got 3 turrets that they have to deal with. So the other cool thing about this base right here is just these triangle roof pieces, which they're just roof pieces, but what I ended up doing was right here, if you take a look, I actually have a half wall here and a half wall here, which meant that I can do a full wall. And why is that not placing? It's not happy because this? Nope. Is it because of this? Yes. So because of this ceiling right here, that's where we're going to attach our roof piece right there, right? But we're actually able to make that go all the way through, which meant that I had a nice little airlock at the top. And so something I've used before, but didn't really post that video. So it looks cool, looks pretty symmetrical, and as long as you put some of these metal barricades up at the top, we need to put some more here. It's really hard to ladder up there. Depending on how high they can get here, it makes it really difficult. But I've been talking for a few minutes here, but I haven't really talked about the main ingredients for a door push sort of in 4.0. So I'm going to show you the main ingredients right now. Here we go. So you're going to need 2 triangles just like this, and put a door frame right here, and you're going to put a roof, square roof right there. Now this guy needs to be armored. Everything else can be whatever tier you want, but the person cannot get through at all. Before you place this, you might want to think about what's going to go around it. So let's talk about some simple examples right now. You could do a hexagon, and let's make this armored. That's where our roof piece is going to go. It's going to go right here. And let's make our entrance on this side this time. Okay, let's also make that armored. And let's just keep it really simple. Let's just go as a hexagon. Now, when you get to this point right here, I would recommend that you do a raised foundation. And on that, just cover it so that people can't soft slide it. Right, and the other thing that before you put in this guy is it's really important that you put this and this right here. In fact, everything else you don't need. You don't need this. You don't need any of that, but you do need this to start off, just like that, okay? And then, even if this comes in now, you can build around it. I'm gonna make this armored, which is going to increase the cost. Now, if you don't do that, the costs are pretty low. It's pretty fantastic. So let's just give an example right now. If this was armored, right? And even if this is armored, so you have 2 triangle foundations, a door frame, and that. If everything else is like this, you can easily get away with a little starter base, big enough to put a TC in right here. And you can even fit in some boxes, right? You can fit in more. But what you need is a door. Now, a door that swings this way, okay, and that's going to get you out. And in order to get back in, you need to have another door going on the same, basically same side as this door over here, and facing inwards like this, okay? And if you are dealing with a triangle on the outside, you can place that after you place this guy. But for all of that, that's only 57 HQM right there. Now you can, build this up if you want, make it look like this, or you can just go ahead and simplify things and give yourself some other options right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you some other options, and here we go. So let's cover this up. All right, completely. That's one option. All right, and of course you got to give yourself some space to come in. Okay, you could keep this really simple. You could even make it smaller than that, and just cover this up, and you're done basically, right? So you can even imagine right there, person comes in. Problem is they can't actually see the TC. Even if they destroy this, there's still 8 more rockets there. So this is going to be at least 15 rockets to get through this point right here, at least right there, and that's only 78 HQM. Pretty cool. All right, so there are many other options, and footprints. You could do a hexagon with 3 squares around it, or you could do a hexagon with an extra row of triangles all the way around, which really lets you separate things horizontally. I really like that a lot. You could do things where it's asymmetrical, where you have one side that has squares, the other side is all honeycomb, protecting your TC. But I want to show you one more thing before I go, because I don't want to make this video too long. And it is not the weekend anymore. It's Sunday night. I gotta pack it up. But when we go down here, I have an example right here. Now, this base, this is 15 rockets to get in here, but if you get out, you can get back in yourself. You're just going to use a chair teleport, and once you're in here, you can actually rely completely on door push tricks. Look at that. So I saw this on Rust Building Science, where he just had like a simple armored door up next to a rock, and I thought I should try that in a cave. And look, it works both ways. Really cool. You can do this with a chair exploit or without. So I like the fact that we can do it without, but I just wanted to demonstrate that for you. So on to the interior. Right here, we have the ability to push ourselves in, and we can push ourselves back out. So that's 15 rockets. Maybe they get 2 for 1. So maybe let's round down. That's 15 rockets right there. Could be 30, but that's 15. This is going to be another 15. So now we're up to 30, maybe 45. And in this area, you could put furnaces. You could put some like quick, easily grabbing, loot or whatever. You can see right there we have another 15 rockets, so that's going to be either 45 rockets or 60 rockets, depending on how they rated. But here's some really cool features right here. I'm going to destroy this so that you guys can see better. So if they destroy just this, good for them, because now they can actually just walk. Oh, no, they can't. They can't walk in. This is the wrong base. I have a different base nearby. Hold on a second. Where is it? Is it this way? Yes, this one. Okay, so here's what I was trying to talk about. Right here. If they destroy just this, and they don't even destroy this, good for them, they can just walk right in, because I actually have a second roof piece right here. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. Pay attention to the conditional model of the HQM one right here, right? That's blocking us, but as soon as we place this right here, it's not blocking us anymore. Okay, so this is good news and bad news. If this is destroyed along with this, which is likely, okay, that's very likely, it's really good news for you, because now you actually have an extra layer of protection right there, right? So going from the front, maybe you have 15, 30, maybe that's 45 right there, and that's definitely 45 into this area, right? So that's pretty exciting, and I'm going to show you guys how to build this, and I'll do that right now. I wish I could find another cave, though. I don't want to destroy that. So let's go over here, and I know my wife's standing next to me. I know she wants to say something, but maybe she could text me instead of talking. That'd be awesome. All right. Because this is a long video and I don't want it to be too long. I don't want to redo it. So I love you, wife. Okay, so right here, I actually, this is the last time I recorded this video. But I'm going to show you how to get this chair exploit happening in a cave, and also set it up so that you have lots of space for all this storage at the back, but a bunch of walls to protect you that are very easy for you to get from the back all the way to the front. That's the beautiful thing about this, is that, during a raid, if you don't have wood, you don't want to rely on like roof bunkers to open up. This is just so fast. It's so fast to push yourself all the way through and then push yourself again, and you're at the front, and you can fire your what am I doing here? Fire your incendiary rocket or whatever, just to slow people down, and go out and collect whatever you can. So here we are. I'm going to destroy all of this, and I'm going to ask you to take a look right here. So right there, okay. I'm going to ask you to take a look at these 3 rocks, right? We got 3 rocks here. 1, 2, 3. Look at the third one right here to the left of the entrance. Now, we are going to have a square foundation slightly poking through that rock right there, okay? And then this long line, this sort of like wrinkle in the rock right here, if you're a rock climber, you'd probably step on that. We're going to be using that, as well as right here. Right here, there's kind of almost like, I don't know, I think of it as like a nose coming down like a face. There's like a nose right here. We're going to use that to center our view. So right about here, and the rock right here, I'm going to make sure that I can only see, I don't know, maybe an inch of it, 1 inch, like 2 or 3 centimeters right there. And I'm going to try to get the angle so that I have this right in the middle. And we're just going to try this right here. And if we get blue right here, it worked. If we didn't try the triangle, it didn't work. So my angle was a little bit off. I'm going to try that again. And that looks pretty good. There we go. Okay, so right here, we have the possibility of a chair exploit to get through. But remember, you can also just turn it into our friend, the door push build. So let's forget about the chair for a second. And you might be able to push all the way through. If you can't, try it a second time and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. If that doesn't work, you could just try it again. Probably do this before, test it before you upgrade. But even if you can't get that perfectly right, you still can do a really nice chair teleport just like that. So really cool. I'm going to just keep moving here instead of getting it perfectly right this time, because this is like my 3rd or 4th time recording this video, and I want to go to sleep. So from this square right here, so we got 2 squares. From this square, we're going to do 3 triangles, and our roof is going to go there. Okay, I'm going to put that in twig just so you can see. But what I really want to do is test for this. I want to put 2 more foundations, and I want to get rid of this. I want to see if I can get that second roof in. Yes, I can. Perfect. Okay, and that's going to be right there. So that's going to be, we've got chair teleport to get in here. We've got an armored door frame, and we have another armored door frame right here. This obviously is blocking us access right there. And I'm going to switch over to sheet metal now. And I'm going to put, this is armored, and armor this up. And I'm just going to go crazy with the triangles there. Now, remember what I said about certain ceilings needing to be in. So let's get this in now. Let's upgrade all that. And I want the ceiling above here and above here to be ready to go. So we're going to make that armored. And back here, I think we'll probably just put some squares. All right, so this needs to be in, and oops, I can't put this in yet, and I can't put that in yet. So just hurry up here. Okay, I'm gonna make all this armored just because last time I built like this, people came through from the bottom floor up, and then they came through that way. So right here, we've got our ceilings in. Remember, you only really needed this one. In other words, the ceiling above this and that. And now we can place this guy, armor it up. Nobody can get in. You're already really safe. Place down a TC earlier, obviously. But now let's put in our door push right here. I think my wife's just watching me, guys. I think she's just admiring me. Oh, my phone's dead. That's why you can't text me. Can you charge my phone? And then, oh my God. Oh, she's gonna be so pissed off. Anyway, so there we go. We can get in and out, and you know, you can layer this some more. I probably would do triangles above here. People can't get in or out, and I do like how we can still like fire down there and just, you know, annoy them. I'm gonna say that because I know I have students who sometimes watch my channel. But look how easy it is for me to get through. I actually didn't even need a door push trick for this last part because of what I talked about, how the conditional model changes when the 2 roof pieces are together. But let's finish this up at the back. So let's do armored here, and oh, I can do armored there. That's nice. And I can't build here, I'm pretty sure, but I can build here. So we're going to do this. We're going to do armored, and we will do a roof bunker. And so that's going to be where my triangle piece is going to go. Let's finish this off right here. Look down. I can cheat by looking up. If it disappears, it's good. All right, and then beautiful. All right, so that's going to be sheet metal and sheet metal and sheet metal. Okay, and let's put this as armored, and we'll do this as armored as well. And yes, it is expensive. I hear ya. It is expensive. Up here, let's also armor this. All right, we're looking pretty good. And instead of putting the door frame like this, I'm actually going to create a little more storage area because we are in a cave. So I'm going to position it the opposite direction. So, you know, people come in, and let's just make that a little bit more difficult for them. All right, so then they're going to come in, and so we can get in like that, no problem. And you might want to put furnaces here, or something that they can stand on, or not they, you, that you can stand on. But for you to get back out, it's just basically peeking under here and positioning it just the way that everyone's gotten used to in the last month. But yeah, the rest right here can be possibly can be done in squares depending on your placement, but definitely just do that in sheet metal. If you can't do that all in squares, then just fit in what you can, and even in spots like this, you know, just build it up like this, and it'll give you some space for maybe like a TC or whatever. If it is your TC, then you're going to want to upgrade all that. Yeah, but you know, this gives you some storage at the back here, but a lot of more storage over here as well, different bedrooms. And the really awesome part that I haven't even mentioned yet is that you can just mirror whatever you do on the first floor, you can do again on the second floor. So let's do this right away in armored, and just go to town here. Notice we can't place this in right now, so you're going to want to do your ceilings first. And I don't think I'll be able to place that right now, can I? Let's see if I get rid of this. Please work, please work. Yes. No, I need some more stability. So we'll just do this in sheet metal. Nope. All right, the door's going to go through there, so maybe I want to just do my wall frame here. And that door pushed there. All right. I got to wrap this video up for a number of reasons. All right, so I'm going to position that on the second. Hold on. This is going to go here, all right? And there we go. Okay, beautiful. So that's blocking access right there. And I'm not even going to show you the cost for this. This is ridiculous. But when you live in a cave, you know, you go all out. So there we go, and you can see we're just mirroring whatever was on the first floor. All right. So if they break through this, or if they break through up here, we might want to slow them down a little bit. Maybe positioning this. You might be able to fire through there, but I don't think you can you? How about this? Yeah, people can just squeeze through that, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think I would dare fire an incendiary rocket through here. Did that work? Well, it worked. Or did it not? Oh, it went down there. Anyway, let's wrap this up. But basically, you can see how a door push build can work in a variety of situations. And this video is already way too long. So, yeah. There's other designs that I'd like to go into more detail for, but let's just take a tour right here of one last one. So we have our basement storage. This wasn't even one of my favorite bases here. You could put your TC here if you wanted to, and then over here hide some more loot, some bedrooms or whatever, or put your TC in that corner there. Notice we can't get through because we need one of these. And that, of course, lock your doors. All right. And over here, we had some space for like furnaces or whatever. And then we could jump up to the second floor. And we have some more storage here. I didn't really like this because, you know, once they're in through that door, they gain all this access here as well. In fact, I think this might have been done wrong. Wasn't it done wrong? Oh, no. It was like this. Anyway, I was just experimenting when I made this, but it gave me ideas for better bases. But yeah, I think let's skip that guy and just finish off one more time, taking a look at my beautiful creation from this afternoon. This guy right here. You know, I just love it. I love the idea that you know, I can move around quickly in a base without worrying about like, oh no, I don't have like my hammer or whatever. I can just, you know, get stuff done quickly and reactive. You know, I can react and not just be like shaking in my base. Thanks so much for watching, and if you watched this far, wow, you're a fan. Hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. It really helps my ego. Thanks so much, guys, and have a great weekend or weekday, whatever you are experiencing as you watch this. Take care. Cheers.